Hey, how's everybody doing today? My name is Randolph Miller. Have you ever came home and your house is very hot because your air conditioner went out, or you went to go check something in your refrigerator and it spoiled because your refrigerator went out? Or possibly you went to the supermarket and went down the produce aisle and everything went rotten or bad because of a power outage or something of that nature. Well, these are all things to do with the heating, ventilation, air conditioning, and refrigeration field, HVAC. There are four main fields in the HVAC program. The first field is residential heating and air. The second field is commercial heating and air. The third field is residential refrigeration. The fourth field is commercial refrigeration. The first one we're going to talk about is residential heating and air. Residential heating and air has two main jobs under the field. The first job is install. The installer does everything as far as sizing the unit to installing it in place, hooking up the electrical, to putting the ductwork in, whether it be under your house or in the attic. These guys probably get the dirtiest in the field. The second job I would like to talk to you about is the maintenance technician. The maintenance technician does everything as far as preventative maintenance to repairing the unit, to troubleshooting the unit, to finding out the problem. He does everything as far as check the charge, clean the coils, check the electrical components inside the unit to keep you up and running, to keep you cool or hot depending on the season. The next field I'd like to talk to you about is commercial heating and air. Commercial and residential are very similar in the heating and air field because they do pretty much the same job. The commercial just has to deal with more standards and more cost than residential. They have to do square duct instead of round duct as far as ductwork goes, and it takes more time, it's very time consuming, and they also have to deal with higher grades of electricity than residential. But for the most part, they're very similar. They do pretty much the same jobs, they have the same job titles. One you just get paid more for. The third thing I'd like to talk to you about is residential refrigeration. Residential refrigeration. These guys are a dying breed because it's fastly becoming more cost efficient just to throw away your refrigerator or freezer and buy a new one than getting it repaired, because certain parts in these old refrigerators and freezers cost about as much as a brand new one. So after paying for the part and the technician's time, you come to around the same price as a brand new one. But they will do anything and everything they can to keep you up and running as far as your refrigerator, freezer, even stove goes. They do whatever they can to keep you up and running, and they'll come to your house to do it. But like I said, Sears and a couple other small-time employers actually keep this going. The fourth one I'd like to talk to you about, and probably the hardest one, is commercial refrigeration. Commercial refrigeration has the hardest job out there in the HVAC community. They're also the highest paid because they have the hardest job. They have to be ready on a moment's notice to go fix any problem. They're the guys that are in the supermarkets, the diners, the florists. They do all those things. They do deep freezes, they do walk-in freezers, they do coolers for florists, they do the reach-in coolers at the supermarket. They have to do maintenance every single day. They have to make sure everything's up and pristine to the standards of their employer, because they have the biggest risk if they do something wrong. They have to make sure their charges are right, the temperatures are just right, because if they're not, they have to throw all that produce away, they have to throw all those flowers away, they have to throw whatever the product inside their piece of equipment is, and that falls upon them. It does not fall upon the store owner. I mean, the store owner's going to pay for it, but he's probably going to fire you if he has to do that more than once. So what we've learned today is there are different jobs within the field of HVAC. There are different fields within the HVAC program. If you have any questions, I encourage you to call your local HVAC professional. Thank you for your time. Have a nice day.